Hello, my astrology friends and family. This is Lada from Astrolada.com, and we're going to a hot topic. Mars will be in Gemini for the longest time, for 7 months, starting from August the 20th, 2020 till March, the end of March, almost till April 2023.
Yeah.
That's a super long time for it to be there. And I have the best person to tell you how to cope with this energy. One of my favorite astrologers, her name is Mishele. She's the only super close personal student of Nicholas Trianovich I know. She developed with him remedies, and she gave him idea about many of the remedies. So she's our inheritance, living inheritance from Nicholas Trianovich. She's brilliant herself because she came up with that system, big part of it herself. So hello, Mishele. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Lada. I'm super excited to be back. It's been a little bit, since we've done a video, but I felt like this was the perfect time. I naturally have Mars and Gemini as well in my chart, so I know a lot about this subject, So I felt like this would be a perfect time to help people navigate through this long phase of Mars and Gemini.
And obviously, Mars in Gemini is very skilled because Mishele made her own office by hand, painted all of this. One day we'll make a video, she'll explain to it the remedies that she used based on her chart. But now we're going to focus on Mars in Gemini because it will go retrograde there. And of course, Mars is one of the so-called malefic planets that can create problems. So the word is yours, Mishele. And by the way, Mishele,
right.
just for 2 weeks, her remedies readings, which is usually $190 or $180, for just $109. She does your reading where she suggests the remedies for the most difficult planets in your horoscope or how to enhance your best planets. And it's incredible. It's very practical and it's kind of magical, I would call it.
Yeah. And also too, because that remedy reading does do an analysis of your name and what, Gemini rules your name and Mars is about changing, and it's also about energy. So I will also analyze your name to see, is it fortunate? Is it supporting you? Or are there any little changes that we can do as well? So it's a perfect time to get one of those readings. The remedy reading includes that. So absolutely. And let me go ahead and share. Oh, I think I need permission to share my screen.
I made your co-host, so it should work now.
Okay. Oops, let me. Oh, are you seeing that screen? Hold on 1 second.
Not yet. Yes, now I do.
There, okay, let me. I am going to, sorry. Okay, I'll be looking off to the side because it's on the screen here, unless I should take myself off video. What do you think?
Whatever you want, don't worry. It doesn't go into the screen, so yes.
Okay, so here we go. So Gemini, so I'm going to go by the houses. I'm using whole sign. Definitely if we do a reading, I will be looking at Placidus to see, we get a lot more details when it comes to that. But just for this, I'm looking at it as a whole sign. So we do know that Mars in Gemini is something that they like to change their minds a lot. Gemini gets bored easy. And so when we're looking at the first house, and of course, look at this at your rising sun or moon. So when we think about this, the first house is your body. So the question to ask in Gemini is about questioning. Sit down with yourself, question, what is it that we need to change in your life? Are there anything that you feel is holding you back, physically, maybe physically, something you need to cut out of your life? whether it's eating specific things. But the good thing about this is that we can test different ideas, because this is a growth phase. This is where something, it's not something that's going to be long lasting, which is why I say to test ideas. Mars likes to challenge. So if we can challenge ourselves to do different things, then we're going to be able to not get bored. And then we'll be able to figure, after this whole transit's done, we'll be able to figure out what we really like. And then when it gets into that fixed energy, then that's when you can implement, and it can be a long lasting. But for right now, this is definitely probably not something that you're going to do for a long time. We're going to do little things about it. So, you know, the first house also is the first thing that you do when you get up in the morning. So a lot of times Geminis will go on social media, they'll grab their phone and they'll go on social media. Sometimes that could be depressing, or it could be distracting, or, you know, it can be exciting because they like to see something different, get news, a lot of that. So I think a good thing to do would be to listen to different motivational speakers every morning. You know, maybe one week you listen to Tony Robbins, the next week you listen to Gary Vee. I love Gary Vee. I would recommend trying him because he's very straight to the point, in your face. He'll cuss at you and everything, but that's a very Mars and Gemini aggressive tone, and but he gets to the point, right? So I think, but trying different ones, not just saying, okay, I'm going to do Tony Robbins or something. Try something different every week, you know, keep trying different ones, and it can go on this spiral until in the end you realize who you truly align with. Another good thing I think is that, you know, working on yourself. Louise Hay has a really good program or a book on mirror work, you know, so looking about like your own self-talk, you know, what are you telling yourself? At the end of the day, we can be our own motivational speaker. And this is one way that we can work at overcoming a lot of things. Standing in a mirror and speaking to yourself, it's empowering. Everybody should try it. Another thing is, you know, empowering yourself with affirmations. You can try different ones and see what feels good to you. Maybe try something for a week, you know, or 3 days, but give yourself a challenge. Like, for the next 8 weeks, I'm going to try a different affirmation. Write it on a mirror, you know, put it on your desk, put it on your phone as like your screensaver. So you see it, you say it, and, you know, kind of speak it into existence. Try different things so that way you don't get bored with one thing and you figure out what works best for you. The other thing is about, you know, the first thing that you do in the morning is, you know, Mars is something hot. So, and I noticed that I didn't add this part, but drink warm water with lemon and add cayenne pepper to it. That helps with, you know, digestion, your stomach. It can help heal your gut. There's a lot of benefits to it. Do some research, do what works best for you. I know warm water with lemon is very typical, but that cayenne pepper gets that Mars energy to it as well. You can also go for a short walk around your neighborhood in the morning, you know, or run if you like to run. It's, you know, it's doing something active, riding your bike, short little things. It doesn't need to be anything that takes an extremely long time. You can just get out, walk outside, walk the dog, something just to get you outside first thing in the morning. And then, of course, because there is a tendency to be overstimulated, trying to do multiple things, write a list of what you want to accomplish for the day. You know, just say, and keep it short. Like, today, I want to accomplish 3 things. You know, you can progress as you go, you know, whether it's completing a specific project, you know, going to the store and having your list. But if you have it, it's all about challenging yourself, because Mars likes a challenge. So, and Gemini is to write something. So write a list of what you want to do. Another good thing too is in the morning, you know, you can call a sibling, you know, if you haven't reached out to them in a while. If you don't like calling, maybe just sending them a text, like, and give them a motivational quote, like, hey, I just listened to Tony Robbins, he said this, or share a video with them. But reaching out and kind of connecting to your siblings, you know, is much better than what you currently were doing, and it's probably going on social media. So just trying to switch it up a little bit. And if you have multiple siblings, you know, try one different days and see how it works out, you know. Same with neighbors. Do you have neighbors? You might just want to text them a good morning or how are you, or, you know, simple little things. Or you could read a book, you know, get up in the morning, read a book. You can also do books on audio. So Audible, as you're getting ready in the morning, you can put a book on audio, Audible, and listen to it as well. And then what I'm excited about is doing some sort of challenge, like a fitness challenge. Like I said, Mars loves challenges. So, you know, they have a lot of different ones. I put 10-day planks because obviously it incorporates your arms, but they have squat challenge, ab challenge. So you can do different ones, you know, and like I said, each time your constant change is going to be figuring out what you like to do later. You can do a boot camp in your neighborhood. You know, a lot of people will get together, your neighbors, and just say, hey, let's do a little boot camp in the morning on maybe Saturdays, and let's try different things together, you know, so it's getting involved with your community there. You can take up boxing. You know, you want to use this energy first thing in the morning. Boxing is how I like to do it. It's you get all your frustrations out, and then you can go on about your day and releasing a lot of stuff. So it's good. With Taekwondo, you know, learning some self-defense, whether it's watching a video, certain things like that. Or you can take up a new skill, you know, archery. It's got that arrow, so it's a weapon, and you're learning how to fine tune that. That's you're using your arms for it. Clay shooting is a very technical, you know, throwing something in the air. Axe throwing, very popular thing right now. You know, you can go down there and practice, and then eventually when we get to the 11th house, go out with your friends and do axe throwing, you know, and you can show off and show your new skill that you learned. The other thing is your appearance. You can try different hairstyles, you know. If you have curly hair, you might straighten it. Mars is something hot, and you're using your hands. Blow dry your hair out, straighten it out, maybe add waves, try something different. Don't do anything where, you know, when it gets to the retrograde parts, which I won't go over, plenty of astrologers are going over that, and I think you guys could all get a lot of benefit from that. But, you know, this isn't something long-term. So this is something you want to just try out, curious energy, right? So try little things just to see what works, different hairstyles, to go on YouTube and Pinterest and TikTok and look at all these different techniques you can do with your hair. Same with clothing, you know, research your style. Are you always wearing jeans? Maybe buy a new dress, try shorter styles, dress a little more sexy, show your arms more, your legs, you know, try it's trying small little details that can make a big change, but do little things. Don't just go and buy a brand new wardrobe and be like, I hate this. Try tiny little things. Experiment with different forms of meditation. There's a lot of monkey mind, a lot of your mind is spinning with this energy. So breath work is really important. You know, Gemini rules your lungs. So learning how to do deep breaths, learning how to control that. You know, Mars in its exaltation phase in Capricorn likes control. So you want to be able to control your energy, control your breath. So doing this is a great way to strengthen your lungs as well, you know. So there's several different methods, but research different ones. Try a different one every week. Qigong is really good because it's moving meditation, you know. Same with Tai Chi. So you're standing there, you're doing things. So it's hard for this energy to sit and quiet your mind. Sometimes, I don't want to say it's always hard. There are different ways. I found moving meditation is a very easy way for me to relax. EFT tapping, you know, that is very, very good for you. There's a lot of courses out there. I think a lot of you have an astrologer who does a little bit of tapping. Look up their courses, look, you know, sign up for something like that, learn something new, a technique to help yourself. Also, this is your body. Get a massage, take care of yourself, you know, do some self-care. You can do skin brushing. You know, Mars is about cutting away or getting rid of things that are no longer serving you. So on your body, it's dead skin. Clean it up. You know, get facials. You know, really just try to rejuvenate your body. Stretching is really good because it's an active thing, but also it's just a good way of relaxation as well. And you can also go for Reiki energy treatments. So that is the first house.
Wow, so much information.
You like it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to, oops, I think I did it reverse. I'm gonna go this way. So that Cancer. So now we're going back into the 12th house. You know, Cancer, or sorry, 12th house is what you do before you go to bed, right? So taking a hot bath, and while you're in that hot bath, you can have a cup of hot tea. You can light a tea light candle. You know, Mars is fire, and a tea light is a small candle. So while you're in that bath, you can do that. You can read a book while you're in the bath. So that's a great way of relaxing and kind of disconnecting, and use the energy too. So we also want to, still going to sound a little bit like the first house. So maybe before you go to bed, you walk around outside in the neighborhood because you want to use that energy. You know, Mars is full of energy and it wants to do something. It's curious. It's all over the place. So you want to just go and utilize that energy. You can exercise. You can do yoga, hot yoga. Stretching is good as well. Tapping is good. Have sex, you know, use the energy wisely, you know. And then, but like I said, we don't have to do this every night. You know, you can take a bath one night, you can go for a walk the next night you can have sex, the next night you can do some stretching, the next night you can do yoga, you can stretch with your partner, because remember, this is dual, this is Gemini. So you and your partner stretching each other. You have couples yoga you can do together before. And then, of course, you can read a book, mysteries, crime, past lives. You can deep dive into astrology, unsolved mysteries, you know, 12th house things. Another thing is, if you don't journal, maybe it's time to start a nightly journal. I know it's nice to look, especially if you're into astrology, if you just start writing daily events that happened. And you can flip back, especially when, you know, people are telling you this retrograde happened here, look back and find out what happened. Now you can kind of go back and start figuring out what happened in your life. So it's a really good way of just journaling your life and having something to go back to. You can also draw. Gratitude as well. Gratitude is a really good way at the end of the day to sit there and say what you're grateful for. And then doing a puzzle, you know, if you're want something active in your bed and you're bored with reading, or you've done already journaling and you're still up, you know, you can do a Rubik's Cube, you can do little things with your hands. You know, there's those puzzles that, you know, you can have to solve a puzzle. So those are little things as well. Of course, here I really feel like meditation challenge is really good. They have a lot of different meditations that you can try, you know, like Kundalini, Qigong. Try different things for 10 days. I know Kyle Gray has a new book out, Raise Your Vibration, and he has a new site that has a lot of different challenges and different techniques that you can learn about raising your vibration, working on your energy. So I think experimenting and trying this, because naturally the 12th house is about meditation and connecting, you know, so there could be other courses too, like, you know, studying angels. That's one thing I'm doing right now, doing a course on being an angel on angel team. Kyle Gray's, I'm on his angel team right now. So doing little things like that you can kind of connect to the divine, surrender to the divine. A lot of that happens when you're doing gratitude and you're really analyzing, because Gemini is a very analyzing sign, and Mars analyzing your activities for the day, being grateful for it. a good thing too is go on a weekend retreat, but stay local, go to a hotel, just break away from your mundane home life. Just go sleep at a hotel and just kind of get your own little reset, take a nice hot bath, walk the area. You could ride bikes there, just relax, or you can visit your siblings, go visit them in the evening, surprise them and bring them a little treat, or like I said, call them, text them, little things like that would be beneficial before you go to bed, because it's doing an activity and it's Gemini activity. So that would be beneficial there.
Wow.
And I'll go to the 11th house. So your Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I think this here is, we have a lot of creativity. You have a lot of skills that maybe you've been cultivating for a while, and knowledge, right? So test different ways of sharing your content, so on social media, YouTube, you can write posts on Facebook or Instagram, or test out how to do different videos. But it's a good way of not committing and saying, okay, I'm going to be a YouTube astrologer, try multiple different ways, make them short, make them informative, but sharing your skills, this is a good time. And you can also network with your friends, ask them to help you. You do this, how can I do it? How can I make it easier? People in your community. But I think that, that, and also, and I guess I put that on there, but, asking them about what other skills that they have that you might be interested in learning. They might do something that you really like, and now you're going to research it. So asking, this is about collaborating with friends and asking them. On another level, on collaborating with friends, is joining like a challenge with a big group of friends. Say, let's sign up for the Spartan race and let's start training together every Saturday. Get a big group of people, and maybe the people for the Spartan race have a big group or a big boot camp that you can go to. So, but doing something different, because, this is Aquarius ruled house. So it's not the typical thing that you always do. You might just be the person who goes to the gym all the time, but make this be something like, hey, I'm doing something out of the box, out of the ordinary, so trying something like that would be good. And also, maybe you've had a skill, maybe you're good at volleyball or basketball way back when you were younger, and Leo is this youthful sign. So maybe go back and join a league, try it out for, summer leagues, and they have where you can go play, even softball or something as a group sport. Go watch them, go watch people play sports, but also try it out. Tell your friends, let's go to the beach and play volleyball. Let's just go have fun. These are things that you do with your hands. Volleyball is very active with your hands. So is basketball, tennis. So do something that you used to love before. You had a passion for it before. Go back and try it a little bit, switch it up. And on another point, Mars is about cutting things out of your life. Maybe there are some friends that you've been investing a lot of time in, and maybe they're holding you back from certain things. That can happen. It could deter you from your bigger goals in life. So maybe do an analysis of, how am I spending my time with my friends? Is it valuable? Am I growing with them? And maybe there's some friendships that need to end. Kind of do an analysis, not saying break the relationship right now, but maybe do a little distance, instead of working on the big groups. Maybe that has been deterring you. Maybe you are the person who's been doing these big Spartan races, and maybe now it's just needs to be you and one friend, the Gemini aspect, just maybe one-on-one. Maybe try that. So this is all about testing different things and challenging yourself to see what works best, because you could have a different planet there. It could be activating different things in your life, and maybe other things need to change, or maybe you need to try new things. It's always It's about something new, changing something, advancing it. And then also social media. I mean, maybe you are the person who is on YouTube and doing all this, and maybe you need to do a detox, a reset, and say, okay, hold on. Maybe this is getting out of hand. Maybe I'm spending too much time online. Maybe I need to delete some friends. Maybe I need to cut, people who aren't really, maybe bringing some bad energy. Maybe the people who are constantly negative, maybe just unfollowing them on Facebook. You could do that and not unfriend them so you don't see them, but they're still your friends. That kind of scenario, because you're not committing to deleting them, but you don't really want to see their content. So, kind of cleaning up your feed, I think would be a good thing too. But I think this is self-reflection that you can look at, like, where can I grow? And Virgo. So, Virgo, here in your 10th house, I mean, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So now we have Mars there. If it were, Capricorn originally rules this house. So I feel like, this is a take charge, really analyze your own self. Like, is there anything blocking you from achieving your goals? Are there any habits that you feel like you need to break at work? Maybe you're doing something and it hasn't just been working at work. Virgo's are very analytical, and now Gemini's there. And so, criticize yourself, sit there and say, what am I struggling with? What's not working? How can I change it? But then go to your boss and ask for constructive feedback. Like, what skills do you think I need to work on, and refine them? Re-enroll in, maybe there was some training courses, re-enroll in those and watch them. And so that way you can improve your skills. So, it's always about being your best and putting your best foot forward. But if you realize you're lacking in something, and taking that initiative to ask for constructive feedback, but don't get offended, just take it. And I think another thing, and I'll get to that at some point, but I can bring it here, is that, Mars in Gemini can be rude, and their tone can be a little abrupt. So I think in what we need to do is, if we're doing the work as far as being conscious of our tone and our awareness, especially at work, colleagues, even to your boss, taking a break, taking a breather before responding to people, really listen to what they're saying with the intent of understanding versus responding, but knowing that, wait a second before responding, or if it's something that upsets you. But I think if we use this energy in a positive way, I think it'll be more beneficial. So instead of you getting feedback that you didn't even want from your boss and it gets you upset, going to them and asking for it. And I think that's where the initiative comes from. And I think too, because this naturally is an earth-related house, Virgo is an earth sign, grounding yourself at work, going outside for lunch, just taking a break from everybody. And it doesn't have to be all the time, you just want a little break. Mars is something quick. Gemini is just a little break. Go outside and take your shoes and socks off and connect with the earth. Really, really ground yourself. You can do that for like 2 minutes. You can walk around and then walk back in and have lunch with everybody, or separate yourself for a little bit and go listen to a motivational speaker, and eat lunch by yourself. Try different things, see what works for you. You can have black tourmaline crystals with you to help ground you at your desk. So those are little things you can do. If you feel a little frustrated, you can get up, you can grab them. Nobody even needs to know what you're doing. Just take a little walk with them and say, I'm grounded, I am safe, I release this energy. It'll also help cleanse your energy too on your desk and keep that negativity out. Like I said, go for a walk during lunch. Chair yoga is really good. You're sitting there at your desk, do some stretches, do some chair yoga, keep active. And then also, doing some courses to help refine your skills. Maybe it's time for you to take a leadership course or a management. You can read books on business management, on, it's probably you want to start a business. Mars is always, both of these are very new energies that want to create something, and they want to be the boss, they want to be the leader. So hey, maybe write down ideas for your business, start writing a business plan, and do some digging, like what small steps can I take towards starting a business? Do I ask my colleagues or friends or research how to start it? So that way, you're doing a lot of research, and figuring out the best ways, and kind of doing your business plan is a nice little structure to do. Once you have a nice solid structure, when it goes more to that fixed sign later, then that's when you can really set up the business and start doing it. But now it's just kind of refining what it is that you want to do, coming up with competitions at work, if you're in sales, do a new referrals challenge with, your colleagues, something that's going to motivate people, like completing X, whoever's the first one to complete this task gets, this, a cup of coffee, or, something like that. Just, it's got to be coming up with some sort of competition, because not only do you want to challenge yourself, you want to challenge the people that you're working with, because Gemini is doing something with somebody else. So coming up with small little friendly competitions, it's very motivational, and you can try different things, and it's fun to say, okay, well, now you come up with a competition, and make everybody feel like, it's fun, because Gemini is a fun energy, and this is about your ego too. So you want to look good. So you want to win these competitions. So you're going to do extra work. Then I think also it's, Virgo is a very healthy sign there up in your 10th house. So having healthy foods there at work, in your drawer, clean out your desk, really do a deep dive of like, okay, do I need this? Do I not? Put things you're not using, clean it up, get rid of the clutter, put it in a box. Don't get rid of it yet. See what you need to, bring back in. But maybe your drawer, you have a lot of unhealthy snacks, chocolates and chips and cookies, and maybe just take those home, bring back in some small things like nuts, small little healthy things, because, eat like a bird, small little things. Libra, 9th house. This could be a time if you've always wanted to take a trip, like let's say you've always wanted to go to Egypt, research the country, research the best time to go, research the culture, where to stay, what to eat, things to do, really come up with a nice plan, spend a little bit of time. And maybe it's not just Egypt, maybe you're going to research Greece, Bulgaria, but I think it's a really good way to fully immerse yourself in several different places that you want to go to, and come up with some nice plans. That way, when you come into more of that fixed energy and you're out of this retrograde season, then you can actually book it. You don't want to book something that you're going to feel like you regret and you have to change. So you want to do different countries and do a lot of research and really understand where you're going and what you're going to do. Also, this could be a really good time to learn a new language, research different foreign languages, write a list of, hey, these are the 3 that I would like to. Is it Spanish? Is it French? Is it, Greek? And look at different ways that you can do it. There's a lot of different courses that are, an app you can learn, or something, a course, sign up for a course online. It might be just like a 3-month boot camp where you do, little activities, maybe once or twice a week, so it's not overwhelming. But maybe look into little courses, something that's going to be quick, interactive and fun, something that you can do and learn something. Or if you know a foreign language, teach somebody, come up with a course yourself. That could be something that you can come up with ways of, hey, I can teach someone very simple ways of, maybe they just need to learn how to order their coffee, or to say simple greetings and come up with something that you can teach people, maybe your friends, So I think that learning a foreign language is a really good thing to try during this time. And Libras are very indecisive too, so they don't always know. So it's asking somebody else, ask your friends, Geminis are your friends, your partner, hey, what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then make the challenge that you want to be the one to decide in the end. It's like, I've researched 4 different things. What is your advice? Okay, now I know I'm going to make the final decision, but really stand in that authority too, because it's time for you to learn how to take some charge. And now you're kind of being enforced with Mars saying, I want you to take it, but at the same side, it's still a little indecisive with that Libra, but really do good research on it. You might also be challenging your beliefs. It could be that you've been a Christian for a very long time and you feel like there's something more to learn. You want to try different, spiritual practice, so you might want to watch a few videos on different spiritual practices, do some different type of understanding, always searching for a meaning is always the 9th house, right? So always searching for something greater. And so this is a good way of being if you've always been curious, just try, maybe go to a different church, go on, just try different ones. You don't have to commit. You just write down, like, I'm going to try these 5 different churches and check that list off, because Mars wants you to have a list and to check it off, and you're going to feel good if you've decided on, I'm going to try 5 different churches, or I'm going to watch a couple different webinars on maybe shamanism, angels, different topics when it comes to that, and really just say, hey, I'm going to try these few things and see what resonates with you, because at the end you're going to say, hey, you know what, I really do like this process, or this church is really great. Maybe I'll go back there and try it again. So maybe you try the same 5 or you try another 5. So it's just a process of elimination, and that's one thing that Mars likes to do, right? Likes to eliminate things. And this is what we're doing. We're cutting things out. But what's not working for you? You can enroll in college, you can start teaching. And one thing too is, if you are already in college and you are a teacher, or mainly if you are in college, but taking a break after 30 minutes is really, really good, because there was a study, and I should have found to cite it, but they say that your mind only absorbs the first 30 minutes. So if it's, and I learned this on a Jim Quick, I took a course with him. And so after 30 minutes, just set a timer, 30 minutes, get up, go get a drink of water, come back, 30 minutes, doing little tiny breaks. Because remember, Gemini is something small, and Mars is to do a little break. So if we're studying, take little breaks, see if that's going to help you retain and get a little bit further on what you're doing. And you can start writing a book, if you've always wanted to write a book, maybe you have a book idea, maybe start researching publishers, research how to get it published, go talk to people. Have a few different ones that you want to talk to, and just ask a lot of questions. This is a very curious time, and Gemini loves to ask questions, a lot of questions when it's Mars. So utilizing this time to really ask and understand and see what it takes, and even maybe let somebody read it and just get their opinion. But because this is the opinion, the house of opinions, right? Have somebody read it and see what they think. And this is constructive criticism to ask for it. Just say, tell me what you think, let me know. You think there's things I need to change or tweak, go back to the drawing board, tweak them, ask somebody else. But so this is a good time to, sometimes you get these opinions from others and you don't like it, but if you're seeking it in these areas of your life, then it's better, then it's more beneficial, because you feel like you're seeking it from them versus them just giving it to you. And if they do give it to you, just say, oh, thank you, I appreciate it, and let it go. Now, Scorpio. So Scorpio, this is going to be in your 8th house. So this is a really good time because, Mars is about energy, and it's, Gemini is your hand. So a lot of energy work can be done. You can go get Reiki healing. You can go and roll in a Reiki course. Maybe this is something that you've always wanted to do. You can go do tapping as a therapy for yourself, or you can go learn how to be a tapping specialist. You can go get acupuncture for several areas of your life, but it's Mars, it's needle, it's small. So that would be a really good thing that you can do to heal yourself. Detox, sit there and analyze your life. What needs to be detoxed? Is it, your you just do a cleanse, you clean things in your house, you go through stuff, and what do I need to get rid of? Same thing with raising your vibrations, your energy. Kyle Gray has an energy challenge on with his new book. You can read a book and try these different energy techniques every day. Also, this is like the occult house, right? So you can get a tarot reading, you can get an astrology reading, you can work on past life regression, because this is about getting to the root of things that maybe in your past life that you're here to continue to work on. So maybe learn about that. Is it time to cut some cords? Is it time to maybe get a therapist? Are you holding on to something that's just holding you back in life and you need to release it? Cutting cords is good. Discussing the trauma with somebody that's maybe it's your friends, or maybe you just get a therapist and you just feel like this is the best way for me to release this. But another thing that I think is very beneficial is to write a letter to the person who did hurt you, even to your childhood self. But you can talk about the scenario, what happened, how you felt. Leaving the accusatory of the other person, just tell, this is the scenario, this is how I felt about it, and I forgive you. Writing it out, because you're forgiving them for yourself to release anything that you're holding on to, this energy, this trauma, and then burn it. It's Mars is fire, and you're writing it is the Gemini, but burn it to release it. So those are good things that you can do as well. You can spice up your sex life, you can try something new, you can bring toys, you can do some dirty talk, try to connect in a different way, tantric sex, because this is all about doing something new, something you haven't done before. But, you can get a lot of energy from this house and you can really transform. But if you do it in little spurts and little segments, I think it can be very, very beneficial to use it the right way. Then we'll go to, Sagittarius. This is your 7th house, and obviously your partner's on the opposition with you. So this is about doing things with your partner. You can go get a couples massage. You can go for walks together. You can ride bikes. This is also about maybe your relationship has been stagnant. Maybe you've had thoughts of, wanting to leave, or, maybe it's just been toxic or negative. And now is a really good time, instead of focusing on that, just set the intention that you want to ignite the relationship, right? Mars is ignition, and you can do little things. So there's this book I remember, it's called The Love Dare. Your partner doesn't even need to know that you're reading the book, but it gives you different things every day that you can do for your partner that will help reignite the energy and the spark, and so I think that's something really good. You can also write them a love letter. You can slip it in their vehicle, so in the morning they get that with your little love note. You can also maybe start going to see a counselor, talk about things that you think is not working in your relationship, things you want to cut out. Negotiating. So, Mars is the negotiator. This can also be if you have a business partnership, talk with them about what's not working, what would you like to change? Let's make some small little changes and see if it works, negotiating what you think needs to be done. And you can reconvene, try different things. And it's like I said, nothing to commit to. You're just trying different things, testing yourself, what works, challenging yourself to do something different. You could do a fitness challenge together. You can do a meditation challenge together. You can also go to the gym. You can go do, if you've always talked about going painting together or going doing pottery or doing a cooking class, just do something with them that you're learning a skill together, or just exploring something new. You can also light a candle, a small little tea light candle, while you're talking with your partner, especially if it's a strong conversation, or even if not, because this is gonna put that energy of Mars and Gemini on that candle, right? So kind of could ease a little bit of that energy. You can also drink some hot tea or hot coffee while you're talking with people. So it's definitely, Mars is hot, and tea is mercurial, so is coffee, so something small. You can take a short trip together, or you can plan one. Also, Sagittarius is movies, so you can go to the movies together. You can have reignite date night, and have a jar, and you write different date ideas that you each get 10 different things, and you have a date night, and you just reach in or grab it and say, hey, tonight we're going to the movies. Okay, tonight we're going, to the park or something, but it's always about a challenge. You want to challenge each other to grow together, because this is a growth phase and you're trying to see what's going to work best for you. Sixth house. So, Capricorn, your sixth house, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So just having Mars there is going to feel like it's exalted, right? But it's about, once again, grounding yourself. This is connecting with the earth, during your lunch, drinking hot tea at work or coffee. You can put a small little cactus on your desk. Mars is something prickly, and something small as a little cactus. You can also have your black tourmaline crystals on your desk to help cleanse the area, clean up your desk. Have a sit down and really analyze your daily routine. What are you currently doing? Is it working? Do you feel like something needs to change? Make small little changes. This is also a good time for a fitness challenge. Or do you want to lose weight? You can try different gyms. You can, a lot of gyms will give you like 1 week free trial. So write down 5 different gyms, go do your week trial at each one, see what resonates with you, what works really good. You can research different diets, make small little changes. Maybe they say, gluten-free. So try gluten-free for a week. How do you feel? Maybe it's, I don't know, there's so many different diets, but try different ones. Don't get caught up on one, just try different things. Maybe you're going to try paleo for a week. Also incorporate ginger shots. Just go to the store and the health food store and get you a ginger shot. It's a small shot, and ginger is a hot and spicy, but it also helps with aiding digestion and healing your stomach, your gut. You can do the celery cleanse. You can try little things like that. If you have health problems, maybe it's time to get a second opinion. Maybe you've been seeing this doctor and you feel like nothing's really changed. Maybe get a second opinion, or research new healing techniques. Try acupuncture. There's a lot of different techniques out there that tapping is also a good thing that you can do here. That's, some affirmations. Louise Hay has a book called Heal Your Body that can really go over your ailments and can give you affirmations to help heal yourself. Try it. It doesn't hurt to try. You can just get the book and research your stomach and look up the affirmation and try it and just see if it works. And also looking at your skills. You can ask your manager about constructive feedback. You can also ask your colleague, hey, what do you think I should do better? What should I work on? And then refine it. Take a refresher course, sign up for some new training, refine your skills. And then another good thing is, this is a house of service. So you can do small random acts of service. You can volunteer at a shelter, pet shelter, because sixth house is about pets. You can donate to somebody's random GoFundMe. Heck, you can start a GoFundMe for one of your friends or one of your colleagues at work, or somebody. You can donate some money. You can give food to a shelter. You can through your closet, because sixth house is also about like your clothes, your work clothes. You can go through your closet and just pull anything that you haven't worn in a long time, and maybe just put it off in a bag, and for a month see, did you really go in there and get that outfit? And because I know a lot of people don't want to really, during retrograde, you don't want to give something and feel like you made the wrong mistake. So maybe just cleanse, do a lot of stuff, box some things up in your home, in your office, in your closet, and see, at the end what you can get rid of, and donate it to somebody who can utilize those work clothes, or things at work. Just put them away in your box, or offer them to your colleagues, something like that. But you just want to, donation is really good. You can do the pay for somebody's Starbucks behind you while you go get a coffee, or tip the check. The tip the check is, you go out to eat, and if your check is $52, you give the tip of $52. So, it's a good way of really giving to those people who are serving you, your waiters, waitresses, and it's highly motivational for them to see that, like, they're getting the entire check as a tip back to them. So I think that's a real cool trend I saw before, and I've tried it a few times and it feels great. So let's see. And then, Aquarius, this is happening in your fifth house. So this is about like trying new things that are fun, go on a weekend getaway, a little big mini vacation where you ride bikes. Maybe you go on a weekend retreat where you're going to go learn some new skills. Maybe it's an astrology retreat where you go and immerse yourself, and meet new friends. That way, connect to like-minded people is really good if you're really researching something or studying something. But going to retreats, you can learn, meet some lifelong friends. You can also, the same here is, do the fitness challenge, Spartan race with friends, train with an event. Of course, this is your children. So teach your children new things, how to ride a bike, juggling. You don't realize how the hand-eye coordination of juggling, it's a skill that is highly beneficial even as an adult. It could be something you can use as a little break. So I firmly believe, definitely teach your children that. And then you can take them to a self-defense class where they go learn how to defend themselves with their hands, small little things for them to be aware of their surroundings. Gemini is your surroundings. When you're walking, you're looking around, it's that area. So teaching them to be heightened and learning that in a self-defense class would be really good. Also taking them to a place like where they can jump, a trampoline, because Aquarius is about jumping, and Mars is about your energy, and Gemini is small. So you can buy a small little trampoline at the house and have them jump out there for a little bit, or you can go to a big place for a couple hours. Also challenging your children to read a book, learn a new skill, challenge them to learn how to juggle on their own, to watch a video and try to figure it out. It's really good for them, because there will be frustrations, a lot of frustrations with Mars, because you think it's an easy skill, but it is a challenge. So it's a hugely beneficial thing to learn right now. I challenged myself last year, and it was challenging, but I finally got it. And then, try something new. Maybe you've been, um, I don't know, maybe it's COVID and you haven't been to the casino in a while. Maybe you want to start. Also, it's Mars is a very fun energy, right? So it's laughing, and it's a very naive energy, so it's all about having fun. So go into a comedy club, go into interactive dining, murder mystery shows, something like that. Those are always fun. It doesn't have to be something all the time, but maybe you're just used to going to a specific restaurant all the time when you're going out, or Starbucks. That's me. I always go to Starbucks. So maybe you're going to try a new coffee place. Maybe you're going to try a new restaurant. Maybe you're going to try something creative. You want to try a pottery class. You want to go do that axe throwing, doing part activities with your partner, but it's spontaneous too. Just say, get up, let's go, jump in the car, we're going somewhere, just book something. So that's always fun. Maybe you feel like you want to start dating again. So, sign up for one of the dating apps and go to speed dating, or maybe just read some romance novels, And then maybe this is the time to show your skills. You can go to open mic night and just put yourself out there. It's doing something new, just, challenging yourself. It's not committing to anything. It's just open mic. You go tell some jokes or go sing, or go to a theme park. It's about going and having fun and riding rides and just feeling like a kid again. Do what makes you feel like a kid. Think back of what you used to like to go do and go do that. So that's a fun energy. And then Pisces, this is your fourth house. So, you can make small little changes to your home. Maybe your furniture, you want to just change it around, freshen up the house, like a fresh coat of paint. Maybe you've been interested in changing the color, but you're not really committed on it. You can get like removable wallpaper. You can put it up for a little bit and see how you feel with it. This will be a good time also to clean your windows, change your filters, have your pipes checked, making sure you kind of do like a tune-up, on your house. You can get new pillows. These are small little things that you can do in your house that can really feel new again, right? If you don't have a whole lot of money, just do small little changes. You can go through the house and say, well, I don't need this anymore. I haven't been using this. It's time for a yard sale, because Mars and Gemini is about selling things. So you can have a yard sale where you're negotiating prices, you're getting stuff out, and have an intention, like, I'm going to have a yard sale and I want enough money to buy something new that you want to buy. And, so those are always fun things if you selling stuff from your house, but then you're activating that negotiating skills and stuff. When you're home, drink a lot of water. It's always, moon ruled house in the first place. Pisces is a water sign in there as well. So making sure that you're drinking hot tea and some warm water. You can do with lemon and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Once again, here's an opportunity for you to take hot baths, read a book, drink your hot tea, light a nice tea light candle, and relax, right? So we want to feel like we're taking a break. This also would be a good time to get small little cactuses, or maybe you want to start a small little rose garden. You can get some miniature roses. They got the thorns, and and they're small, miniature. You can also get like a couple of fish, Beta fish are the small ones that like are fighting, but they're really beautiful. Obviously, you would have them in two different tanks. So there's the two aspects to two fish, but they're fighters. So maybe that's what we do there. We get that. This is a good time to work out at home, challenge your family to a fitness challenge. Maybe you're doing let's do the squat challenge. Let's all go for a walk at night. Let's all learn a new skill, Qigong. Let's learn you can do meditation as well. I didn't put it there, but maybe you have a hot tub. You can go do that. Family boot camp. Some yoga, so you can do some different things to help teach the family how to relax, how to stretch. Those are, very beneficial when it comes to that. You might be thinking about moving or buying a new house. So use this time to really do a lot of research on the internet, find a lot of areas that you want to move to, go drive the neighborhood, talk with the neighbors that are there, ask about things, be very curious, walk around, ask. And of course, this also has a lot to do with your parents. So you can go and help your parents too. You can help them clean up their house. Like, hey, let's do a yard sale for your house. Let's get rid of things that you haven't been using in a while. Maybe you have a lot of clutter. It's time to clean some of those up. Call them a little bit more. Maybe you've been so busy in your life and you don't realize that it's a blessing to have your parents here to actually be able to call them. So there might be challenging times or situations with them, but just doing a little phone call or sending motivational texts, things like that, just small changes there. Now, Aries, so this is the third house. This is definitely something to be mindful of your tone, because this is how we speak. Challenge yourself to pause and think about what you're going to say before you say it. Your tone can be very strong. You can be a very speedy with talking. So try to slow it down. It could be a good time to learn new language as well. So kind of like the ninth house, do some research, try out a few different, whether it's apps or online, and enroll a small little course, but something small, something where you can do bits and pieces and learn some new languages. Another good thing is learn how to speed read. Jim Quick has a really good program. I've done a 21-day thing about speed reading and your memory. So this is a great way to challenge yourself and to learn some of those skills. And you're using the energy in a very positive way too, because it's all going to be very fast for you. So speed reading is a perfect time. You can start journaling, writing, and also challenge yourself. Maybe you haven't been reading in a while, so maybe challenge yourself to read a book a week. Write it out, look at it, have it visual in front of you. The same way with social media. You might be the person who is on social media a lot. This is the time to kind of cleanse it out. Unfollow some people or unfriend them, or just stay away for a couple of days to see how you feel, or even just block out certain times. Just say, okay, I'm only going to go on during this hour, and kind of give yourself small little times to do it. And that way, right now you can really be learning some new skills, because this energy really wants you to try something new, learn something new. Juggling is huge at this. If you're Aries rising, sun, moon, juggling would be so good for you, because it will challenge you. It will frustrate you. And also it'll be so good for you when you actually learn how to juggle. Maybe you want to take a drawing class, painting. Maybe you want to become a massage therapist. Maybe you want to be a Reiki healer, or go get these treatments. You can, once again, explore different forms of meditation. Breath work is really good, strengthening your lungs. especially in COVID times right now, this is something attacking everybody's lungs, or you've had it before and you need to regain your energy again or your strength. There's so many different things that you can do to strengthen your lungs. Affirmations are really good. Tapping is good. While you're driving, you can listen to books on tape, Audible. So that's a really good way to drive and listen to those. You can listen to a podcast. Try different podcasts, like I said, challenge yourself. Just, whether it's every day for work, I'm going to listen to a different podcast, or I'm going to listen to some different music. Just try to shake it up and see what resonates with you. You can also ride your bike around your neighborhood, call your siblings while you're driving. That's another good thing to do too. You can speed walk. So, or you can run. If you've always been the person who does go for the walk, maybe now you're going to speed walk. Maybe you're going to add some weights, get some hand weights while you're walking. So that way your arms are doing a little bit more strengthening. And it's also, if you're interested in getting a new car, you can do a lot of research on the vehicles, test drive the cars. This is the time to really sit there and fully, know that you're not buying right now. You're just testing it out, and just make sure that you have that, like, I'm going to go try, 5 different cars. So you can see what really resonates with you. You can also do a driving experience. They have a lot of, I know here, in Florida, they have like NASCAR. You can buy yourself a day where you go and learn how to be a race car driver, or you can go watch car races. They're fun, and it gets you to do something new, and you can go watch that excitement, and you're just putting that energy towards that. You can also clean your car. It's a good time to do a deep cleaning in your car, put a new air freshener in there, make sure that your spark plugs are checked, maybe it's time for a tune-up, or just kind of get everything, just checked out. And if there's anything new that needs to be replaced, that's a good time to make sure that it's done. And also, like I said in the beginning, it's a good time to get your name analyzed. The energy of your name really shows whether your life is going to flow easy or if it's going to be challenging. If you have a challenging name, your life will feel out of balance. So it's a good time to sign up for a reading with me to, book this remedy reading, to where we can really deep dive into your chart and not only just look at it on the Placidus side, we can look at, the progress side. What are those planets doing? What other, I deep dive into other aspects of your chart to give remedies to see what it's activating for you. And then while you're doing any of these studying and these new things, take a break after 30 minutes, just a couple of minutes, get up, take a drink, get a snack, come back. It's a great way to stay fresh, and you'll retain a lot more. And Taurus, so this is in your 2nd house. So this is a good way to question yourself. What are you putting your energy into, right? This is an energy. And so what are you putting your energy in, and what are you not getting in return? It's a great way to analyze that. What skills can make you more valuable? This is your self-worth. What do you think you can do that makes you more valuable? So research some skills, some techniques, and some things that you can learn. You can start a new course, learning how to manage your money. Investing, this is the house of eating in your kitchen. Do a cooking class. You can put music on while you're doing your bills. Really do an analysis of your finances. Like, what are you spending your money on? And come up with a goal, a small goal of how much money you would like to save. Do a little challenge. When you do this goal, say like, maybe you want a new Coach purse, right? And you find the Coach purse that you want, you print a picture of it. It's $300. And you put that in a little envelope, and then every $5 bill that you get, you put all the $5 in there. And then that way you're not missing the $5 too much, but you also have a goal that you're trying to work towards. Your bank can have, little like Christmas savings. You can sign up for that. You can round up with your bank, like the change will go into your savings. So you can make small little minor changes that can help, over time will accrue a little savings for you. The same thing with like acorns. If you're into investing, you could invest a small amount of money every week that can add up quick. I'm not an investor astrologer, but I'm just saying these are little things that you can do. I know the markets are volatile, but you can do small little things like that. You can save your money in a book, or if there's a credit card that you're trying to pay off, you can put that like in a book and just push it off to the side, come up with like a debt repayment plan and just kind of push it off there. And not try to use it. Another really good way is different ways of managing your money. Take courses. David Ramsey has the envelope system. I thought that would be perfect for this because an envelope is Gemini. Gemini rules envelopes. And you're coming up with a budget, so you're managing your money. You're coming up with, this is how much I'm going to spend on food, on going out to eat, on my bills. And that way you have to really question yourself when you're going to use that money. Do I really need this? Is it really in my budget? And you'll be really surprised with how much money you can save by doing that. So that would be a really good way, because otherwise you can have the tendency of spending money really quickly, right? So in your purse, you remember Nicola's webinar, have a red wallet, have a coin in your wallet, and you can do little things like that. And it's also, it might be time to analyze your eating, eating smaller portions is really good, because eat like a bird, because it's this this energy for you of the Gemini, and the Mars wants it just to be kind of quick. So you want to eat smaller portions. Try new foods, maybe Indian food, spicy food, different nuts, research different diets, test them out, see what works out for you. A really good thing would be to sign up for like a home delivery meal kits, like HelloFresh, where they send you you pick the recipes that you want to try. They send you all the ingredients to your home, and then you have everything that you need, and then you're learning how to make different foods. So it's also a way, if you don't have time to go to a cooking class, it's a way of you having fun, trying different things, experimenting with what you like. And that way, if you decide, I don't want to continue with this service, because it is a service, then you have all these recipes and you've already tried it and you know how to make it. So it's a fun way, I think, of learning something and also being cost efficient and effective for your time as well, because Gemini is about your daily activities and managing your time, making sure that you're using your resources wisely yourself. So that would be really good. You're not having to go to the store and get everything, so it saves you some. If you're interested in looking at starting your business, maybe you have a lot of skills, a lot of things that you're currently doing. Read up on the best way to do that. You can do it all yourself. You can set up a corporation on your own, or if you already have these items, start selling them, do a little pop-up sale on the internet and see how it works. Or you can go to your local, in your neighborhood or your community on the weekends, where they have little farmers market. Maybe set up a table and put some food that you've made that you think it would be something that you can sell, and test it out, see how people respond to what you've made. And then maybe that gives you the urge and then, hey, I could do this. People do like it. This is how much I need. This is how much work it takes. This is how much it takes me to make this. This is how much profit I can make. So really do a full analysis, utilize your skills, do some research on classes on how to manage a business, how to work a business. So that would be a good thing that you can do. And that's it. I got to the end of my...
I'm gobsmacked. I think that's one of the most beautiful, full of information. And I don't know if people realize it, but if they're listening to all of those signs, they're learning astrology with you, because we're utilizing so beautifully like the meaning of Gemini, Mars, and the houses. Gemini is something small. And I loved how you paid attention that it doesn't have to be big crisis or anything. No, it's about experimenting and trying different things. I absolutely love all the suggestions, and all the suggestions, I was following them closely. They're perfect to the meaning of Mars and Gemini and in the house. I think you're incredible with what you do. If anyone would like to see their own personal, because everyone has difficult and perfect planets. And Mishele looks at your chart and says, okay, to remedy this difficult position, which maybe creates you problems in relationships, so with money or whatever, or with health, do this simple thing. And also you have this great position here in your horoscope. The sun is trying you, so do this thing to even enhance it and get the best of it. So I absolutely love how you work. I was like, damn, why did I record my video for Mars and Gemini before? I could have taken some point.
Well, I think a lot of people, and that's where I want to be different, because in the sense of, I know Mars is a challenging energy, right? So I wanted to give people the tools to challenge you, be in control, right? Mars is about control, and it wants to take control. And there's this naive energy of being youthful in your ego. So if you're in control, I mean, sure, things are going to happen out of your control, right? But hey, at least if we can utilize this energy to the best of our knowledge, then why not? So I think that's the way I try to look at it, is like, how can I help to make it easier?
Yeah, and it felt so inspiring and so empowering. I was looking at the problems Mars and Gemini can cause, but just kind of, oh my God, there were so many, because Mars and Gemini, there is this lightness about it, this fun about it, this experimenting and trying new things, dip your toe. And I absolutely love it.
So think about the energies though, because, Aries, Mars rules, starts the spring, right? And then at the end is Gemini, because the next, now when we switch over to the next cardinal, that's Cancer in the summer. So you have the beginning of the season and the end of the season. So they're very new. They want to try something new. They want to change things. But they don't want to get bored. When they get bored, that's when you have problems. That's when I think you get stagnant and things don't work how you want it, and you get frustrated. So that's where it's like, hey, know right now that you're going to get bored and things need to change. So let's make small little changes so it doesn't get to be bigger problems.
Absolutely. And Mars, when it's for 7 months in a sign, demands changes. Mars is a planet of change.
Absolutely.
But I love how you put it together. Don't try just one thing, try multiple things. This is Gemini. And don't commit full term. I was like, this is brilliant. Of course, Mars and Gemini.
Yeah, because Mars is the initiator. Mars initiates things, but it doesn't follow through. So
and Gemini
wants to start things.
Yeah.
And so when you look at, let's just look at Aries wants to start something. It's the beginning of the season. It's new. It's like, hey, let's go. I want to try this, right? So you try some things. You need Taurus to really get in there and fixate and really put the long haul in. And then Gemini comes in and says, I want to change it. Now we start the next season, and it's the same thing. Cancer is the same thing. Oh, I want some new feelings. I want some new emotions. Then you get into these fun things, into Leo, and you start, you put all that energy and you work it, you know, and then Virgo comes in and says, nope, we need to change it. So it's that constant, you know, it's those modalities. And I look at that like this is the beginning and the end, and it's all brand new and they want to change things. So we got to you got to utilize it to the best of your ability.
I love it. And it made me much more positive about what's coming.
It's got to be a little positive. And that's why I said I won't go into all of the retrograde, you know, because everybody else is doing a beautiful job. And there's a lot of amazing astrologers here that do all of that work. I'm just trying to help you survive this. So
And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
yeah, we'll make it
learning
fun.
stuff, being excited about playing around, testing different things. That's what Gemini is about.
Yeah.
Experiment.
It is. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mishele. Mishele is doing the discount for personal reading just for 2 weeks. So she has like a capacity of 20 people. So check it out and we'll see where it goes. Thank you so much, Mishele. Everyone enjoy this playful energy of Mars and Gemini and mind your mind.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.